Hey guys, welcome back. I am filming on my phone, so it may look a little different and sound a little different. I'm sorry. I'll show my camera with me. Steering wheel. But I'm sitting at the vet office. Flash has an ear infection, and he had an appointment at 1:40, and it's just now, it's not even 1 o'clock yet. So they called and said for us to bring him in just any time. I guess they were kind of ahead of schedule. So Heather was already at home. She had left work. So she's got Flash, and she called in. I was at Hobby Lobby. She was like, hey, they want to see him sooner. Can you just meet me there? And I was like, yeah, I will. So I wanted him to ride in her car because I've got leather seats and I don't want his claws scratching my seats. So she's got cloth seats. So anyway, she took him in her car. So I'm waiting on Heather and Flash to get here at the vet's office. But at Hobby Lobby, I got my mom's Mother's Day gift. And then I got a couple of pots to start those willow trees, just little to begin with. So we'll see how that does. But after I leave here, I've got to go to Lowe's. Oh man, I should have measured that counter. Maybe they'll have, I think they have the same cabinet, so maybe I can look at it and get measurements. But I want to get a countertop or a butcher block or something to go on top of that cabinet, you know what I mean. So I need to get that. Lexi washed her air filter, the one that goes in her air purifier, and it like tore it up. So anyway, I need to get her a new air filter at Lowe's. I need to get something for my mom to go with her thing. I'm thinking I need to get like the bell pepper out of that round pot and maybe a tomato plant or two out. So I might try to find maybe another one of those or something similar to it. I need to get some pot and soil. I need to get, I don't know what else I need to get. But I would really like to find something for that countertop. I don't know what to do with it. I don't even know how expensive like real butcher block is. But we'll find out. Anyway, we never prep food there or even the most we do is we might put like paper plates there for having a party or something. So we don't ever use that for food prep or anything like that ever. So food never touches it. So I really wouldn't need any. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I just want it to be a solid piece instead of those two pieces. And they slide around. They never stay in place. So that stinks. So I just want something that's going to be one piece and stay there. Maybe we can attach it too, so it won't slide around and all that. But anyway, so I'm going to go to Lowe's and do all that. And Heather just called in the middle of this, me talking to y'all, and she said we can take animals in Lowe's. Like if we wanted to take Flash in Lowe's, we can. And I would. I think he'd be fine, but he would bark. But I'm wondering if he'd ride in a buggy. If he would ride in a buggy and not bark, that would be cute. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what the vet does. See how he's feeling. He was feeling fine this morning, and his ear actually didn't look as bad. But as soon as we canceled this appointment, he would be sick this weekend, and we would be kicking ourselves. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring him, get him checked out. He has an appointment at the end of this month for shots. So I'm wondering if they'll just go ahead and do those today. I'm hoping that they do that. I would love to show you guys what I got my mom for Mother's Day, but she watches my videos and she's super nosy, so she would definitely, she's probably trying to see in the back right now. Sorry, Mom. I'm trying to think if I need anything else for painting that front door, anything like that from Lowe's. As soon as I get home, I'll be like, dang, why didn't I get that? I'm gonna bring y'all along with us in here if they don't care for me filming. Let y'all see Flashy at the doctor, at him's doctor office. So I want to look at the seeds too and see what all they have at Lowe's. I need to start planting things. They had a little thing at Hobby Lobby and it said world's best plant mom or something. I was like, that might be me one day. But I'm not huge on flowers. I don't want to plant flowers. I want to plant things that I can watch grow from a seed up, because I think it's so cool seeing like it sprout. So I want to plant things that we can eat. That's kind of the things I like to plant. I don't really like to plant flowers. I'm not a flower person. Like I've never even liked flowers for birthday, anniversary, none of that. The one time I can remember Alden getting me flowers is we bought Lexi a Mustang convertible for her first car. It wasn't new, it was an older one. So we get at home and we're like, let's put the top down. Let's, you know, so we put the top down then, and we rode around for a little while, and then we came back home and we couldn't get the top back up. So we're standing in the back seat of this car, pulling and pulling and pulling on this thing, trying to get it. The button wouldn't work, nothing. It was just, we could not do it. So it starts to rain. And Alden is screaming at me, like he's so mad at me. You didn't, because this is January. We did not need the top down, but we just wanted to see, you know, we wanted to do it. So he's yelling at me, like, why did you put the top down? Like, that's so stupid. And, you know, he was just, he used to be very, he's chilled. He's nice now. He hasn't always been this nice, but anyway, he wasn't very nice to me that day. So then, you know me in directions. On the visor, it said, to put the top up, you have to have the emergency brake on. I pull the emergency brake up, push the button, it closes. So we've got towels for wiping his car out, leather seats, and yeah. So, it was a whole ordeal. So the next day, I came home and I had flowers. And I was like, why do I have flowers? And he was like, I'm sorry I yelled at you. So that's like the one time I remember getting flowers, but I'd rather have something that I can just use. Hey, buddy! Hi, Flashy!
Flashy. Where you at?
Hey!
Hey, buddy. How you doing, friend?
Flashy, you gonna swab your ears. You gonna swab your ears in a parking lot.
Which ear was it that you thought was...
It was that one, right?
Come here, Russ. Come here, Russ.
No, it's his left.
Okay. Okay, I'm just getting a sample, buddy. Nothing mean. Nothing mean. When did you notice it?
Probably 3 or 4 days ago. That ear was yucky.
Hey, look here. Look.
That ear was yucky.
Look.
Oh,
we
good
go.
boy. Somebody was like, can you film all day? Because I could watch you all day.
Sit.
Promise you wouldn't want to see my life all day.
Flashy, sit.
Sit. Good boy. Sit down.
Sit.
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 Sit. Good boy. It'll make you feel better. Yeah. He's nice. He's just doing it in a parking lot.
He likes it.
He got out of the car and
why.
he got out of the car and he was like, hey, Flash. He was like, is your ear bothering you, buddy? Flashy.
You stinky. You stinky boy. You stinky boy.
You think a baggie will freak him out rolling?
The windshield wipers in.
He might be better off walking. So I'm 76 pounds. I have an ear infection. I
And
got
a yeast infection.
a yeast infection in his ear and an ear infection. So I got medicine, didn't you? I want to see if they have a willow tree. We could put him on that.
Go this way.
He wants some trees.
Come on. Go this way.
You need something down that aisle?
We ready. Who ready? We ready. Who ready? Who? We ready. Who? Who ready? Who? We ready. Who?
So as you see, we took Flash to Lowe's with us, and it didn't last too long just because everybody we seen had to stop and talk to him, had to pet him, he had to have their attention, and they loved him so much. So we got about halfway done, and Heather went ahead and got him and took him to get a little pup cup, and then she took him on home. So when we got home, I was going to go ahead and fix my mom's Mother's Day gift. So I really wanted to include this in the video, but I knew that my mom would watch. If I told her not to, she would do it. She just couldn't stand it. I knew that she would. So we decided to go ahead and do this and give it to her. So I gave this to her last night. She loved it. It's on her front porch. I told her it would be really pretty in her flower bed when she gets that done. So anyway, she loved it. I just thought it might be a good idea for some of you guys that your mom really likes flowers or whatever. And I did pack this full of flowers. I mean, as much as it would hold. So she may end up pulling some of those out and planting those in her flower bed, whatever she thinks. But it did turn out really pretty, I think, and she loved it. So I got this little wheelbarrow at Hobby Lobby, and then I got the flowers and the dirt, of course, from Lowe's. I think the flowers ended up costing more than the little wheelbarrow did, but that's okay. It's something that she can enjoy all year long. So Flash ended up having an ear infection, and he had bacteria. He had some yeast in his ear as well. So he cleaned his ear out really well, and then he put medicine in it. He goes back in 3 weeks for shots and an ear recheck. But he was so good. We went in, he got up on the table, he let him cut his nails, and he bites us when we cut his nails. Like, he will bite the blood out of us. I'm just glad he was good for someone else.
Like I got your smile going.
Not very good at this. It's the thought that counts. She will critique everything I've done. You painted them too. Them things will never be okay. Listen, them things, some already made pots at the Lowe's, you know, them big expensive round pots full of flowers. They were all packed like that.
What to do when nothing, no one ever comes close to you, close to you. For the longest time, I've been trying to find someone like you, but I keep crashing back into all the things that you would do. For the longest time, I've been out in my mind, trying to lose every single trace of you. But I know it's true that nothing, no.
I seen these big pots at Lowe's, and they had like all kinds of assorted flowers. They were so full and pretty. So that's what gave me the idea, kind of, because on the beginning I was just going to put like one big flower in it or something. But I think it turned out really pretty. It was a lot of work. I put dirt in the bottom, and then I would add flowers, and then put dirt around them and add more flowers, and I wanted it as full as I could get it. And by the time it was all said and done, I probably would have just saved a whole lot of money if I had just got the big pot that was full of flowers at Lowe's.
It wouldn't last when tears streamed down my face. My mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday.
That one already wilted.
And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away, 'cause I'm growing up, falling in.
She also loves cardinals. They remind her of Jake, so when I seen this one, I had to get it and stick it in there. Its wings are actually springs, so when the wind blows, its wings move. It's really pretty. But I think it turned out really pretty.
This moment, just never let it end. Walking through the snow when you're taking my hand. All of those late nights on your couch when we just talked until midnight. I just wish I could freeze this moment, babe. Weeks and months and years they passed, and I knew it wouldn't last when tears streamed down my face. My mama said, all the nights that end in heartbreak gonna pay off someday. And the pain that you're feeling gradually fades away, 'cause I'm growing up, falling in love, giving your all.
We had text Kaylin and told her just to bring Mom on out to get her Mother's Day gift. It needed to be watered, and I didn't want to water it here because it would be just muddy and wet. So I wanted her to get it and go ahead and take it on home and water it. And then that way I could show you guys, maybe give you some ideas or something, and then she could go ahead and get that watered. After I did all that, I wanted to reuse these little plastic containers that these flowers came in because I had bought all kinds of different seeds. I'll show you guys at the end what all I planted, but we just bought a variety of things and went ahead and started some seeds. So as they get bigger and I get a lot of one thing, I think I'm going to give them away. I'm going to ask neighbors. I'm going to give some to my dad, to my papa, just different people, just give them away. But I also think we may start a garden. So we're just talking about that. I think that we probably are crowding our back porch a little too much. You'll see at the end. I also said we could turn our back screened-in porch into a greenhouse, which I was just kidding. But that's what it's starting to feel like.
That's what my mama said.
to divide this one out and guess. 70 tomato seeds. Do you think there's 70 tomato seeds? That is not 70, and why are they white like snake eggs? I don't know.
That's what my mama said. I hear the song you sing as you wake up my soul today. I feel the hope when your sun shines on my face. Oh, I wake up with your grace while the moonlight's still fading away. I see your mercy coming with the day. Oh, yeah. My prayer is simple, God. Love, have your way. This song is from the heart. Love, have your way. In the easy and easy. Lord, make me more like you. My prayer is simple, God. Love, have your way.
So I wasn't about to carry all of these things all the way around back. I thought about putting them in the back of my car and doing it that way, but I wasn't real sure where our septic was and I didn't want to run over that. So I just used this wagon that we used to take to the ball field when Kennedy played travel softball. So I loaded everything up because I'm a one-trip person. I'm not going to go back and forth and make several trips. I will carry 15 bags of groceries at one time. I will make it happen. So anyway, we got there. We didn't turn it over. I figured we would, but we did not. We made it safely. I also wanted to get these ferns off of the hanger and put them down on the ground on the sidewalk because it was fixing to rain. So I thought I would just let nature water those and not us this time. So anyway, sat those down there and let them get some rain. But we ended up planting several different things I'll show you at the end, but I want to go ahead and read my devotional, and today's is fully alive, Proverbs 29:18. Everyday living can suck the life right out of us. Somewhere in the middle of being stuck in traffic, sweeping floors, or brushing our teeth, we can forget to be alive. What does it mean to be alive rather than to just live? Not to only exist in life, but to know it, to understand it, to experience it, and to live it. What would it be like? Free falling from an airplane, running through the grass barefoot with the sun on your face, bringing babies into the world, screaming and strong with power and life. What would it be like if we lived each moment in the spirit of those fully alive moments? Without a reason for life, without purpose, we perish. We falter. We lose our way. We lose our hope. We begin to casually exist instead of breathing in the reverence of a fully alive life. We need to recast our vision for ourselves daily. Open your mind and your heart to the vision that God has given you. Are there dreams that God has given you that you've lost along the way? Trust that they will be returned to you. God breathed life into you so that you could live it to the fullest. I told you guys a while back that after Lakely was born, I remember being at the hospital thinking, how can life get any better than this? But then there was such a sadness still inside of me. And sometimes I think that sadness comes from not having a purpose or not feeling like you have a purpose or not feeling like you're making a difference. If you're feeling like that too, find your joy. As silly as this sounds, I have found joy in growing these things. I have to keep them watered. I have to keep dead leaves picked off of them. I have to keep them sheltered. I have to keep them staked and growing upright. To keep them strong gives me a purpose. When I get to the point where I see the plants coming up out of the ground and I can transplant those and hand those out to different people, I feel like I'm going to bring joy into their life. I'm helping someone. It may be 4 or 5 cucumbers or 2 tomatoes that they get out of it, but it may bring them joy too. So I enjoy this. Am I doing it right? I don't know. I've never done it before, but it gives me a reason and it gives me a purpose and it gives me something to look forward to, something to check on, something to keep alive. And maybe that's just part of getting older. You kind of miss that. Your kids get older, they leave home, and you don't have something necessarily to take care of. And I still have Allison, I know, and I have grandbaby and all that, but I don't have that every day. Allison's at school. It just gives me something that needs me. So I know that sounds silly, but I have enjoyed that. So we planted some sweet peppers and some bell peppers and some jalapeno peppers. We've planted some more tomatoes, some more cucumbers. We also planted some radishes and turnips. And I know turnips are more of a fall thing, but we went ahead and tried it. So we just set out several different things just to see what it would do, and we'll see. Hopefully all of this comes up and I can hand out the fruits of my labor. But I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you so much. Find your purpose no matter what it is. It can be something that seems as silly as planting a tomato or growing a watermelon, but that's where I'm finding joy right now, and I'm thankful for it. But I will see you guys in the next one.
The fire burning in the night. Be a hope for a world so broken. Be a friend to the lonely, the joy that He showed me. Make the broken things new. Yeah, the only hope for you and I wanna have the